Can I get a drum roll, please? You know, I've practiced a lot of things here, but public speaking hasn't been one of them. And I was hoping maybe Marco would just keep talking and they'd forget about it.
Checks out.
Yeah, with a hope. Realistic one. Why don't you just stop? You know, those are a quote from a neighbor of mine. He's a really good guy and understanding. But you've all heard pretty much the same thing from people, I'm sure. You know, the problem is they just don't understand. And we mostly can't explain it to them. And that's one of the very good things about coming to Elevate. Everyone here understands. The staff, trainees, and the clients. What do I do now? With the staff, I thank you all for what you've done, and you are Elevate. I could go down and name all of you, maybe. But there are a few that I've worked more closely with that I just feel I have to acknowledge. So I'm not leaving anybody out. It's just the people that I've worked the closest with that I feel like I have to acknowledge. Sam, you introduced me to mindfulness and coached me in it. And you've been a rock in my program. When I hit that wall I keep talking about, I was so angry and frustrated that if my dog came up to get petted, I would bit her. And you were brave enough to, I guess, avoid my fangs and help me over that wall in a way that I could perform and still get everything out of the exercises that I needed. So thank you very much for that. Jen, you are just a kind soul. You ooze caring and gentleness. And yeah, ooze. You're so open with yourself in relating with me and everybody else that it just makes it really easy to be open in return. So thank you. I will say, I'm going to be good, so please, no spanking. Dallas, where are you, Dallas? You gave me my intro into Elevated here, and you helped me through problems in life and the amends process, and I thank you for that. They're hard, but how can they be too hard, or could I get too low when I'm sitting in a room with a guy that smiles all the time? Then you ruined it. You showed me that picture of the brown trout you caught in Utah. You ceased to exist for me. I was so jealous. But, you know, I still see this beard walking around with a smile in the middle of it. So I know you're out there someplace. Tim, I know that you had some kind wise, encouraging words for me if I'd ever let you say them. For a guy that doesn't think he talks very much, and doesn't want to talk too much, I don't think I ever let you say a word. But I think I got the idea anyway. Jerry, didn't get to work with you until the very end. And I always kind of say the last thing I did is the most important. But the whole program is important, but you helped me through, and my wife, my plan for getting away from here and staying sober. And I know you're going to continue, or we're going to continue to be in touch. But like I told you earlier, you're the one person here that I hope I never have to talk to. So I'll know I'm in real trouble by then. Who else do I have here? Leslie, she's not here. But I just wanted to help her, or thank her for her help. From getting my body from pathetic till I can get out of a chair stage. Cassidy, thank you very much for being Karen's contact and mine when she went through her surgeries, and you got back to me immediately, and that really helped. Michael and Miles, we didn't really get to spend too much time together, but just enough that I know what professionals, how caring you are, and how much you want to help the clients come through there. So again, thank you for that. The trainees, next. Sydney, I'm not going to say how much you've changed because I know you're getting tired of that. But I do know that you're the best example here that I know about for how attitude helps. And you've explained it to me and a lot of people about the difference between your first and your second program and what attitude in approaching it made a difference. And I really suggest anybody here that doesn't know Sydney's story, and I've asked her permission to do this, springing something on her, get together with her and talk to her about it, because it really proves what attitude can do for you. Shane, you were the first person that, client actually, that came up and talked to me when I came down the hill. I thought, geez, what a nice guy. He's coming down to, he's saying hello to the old guy here. And then I found out that you do the same with everybody that comes down. What a great guy. And Maureen, I hardly got to know you, but I admire anybody that has a goal to achieve, has to walk around every day for 12 or 15 miles. More power to you. And my fellow clients, every one of you has helped me in some way. I'm not all that social, but I kind of walk around and I listen and work, and I've learned something. Maybe some things I want to learn, but I've learned something. And even the new folks down here, you're an inspiration. It's just a reminder that people do come here, take responsibility for what they need, or looking for the help that can be given here. There we go. I knew you guys were there someplace. Jackie, we've been together from day one. You're my partner. We've kind of supported each other from being together at first and our age. We used to be the real old guys. We pretty much still are. But anyway, you know, I've really enjoyed watching you learn to embrace your emotions and make them a friend. You know? And you also started to realize what everybody in this room that knows you know you're a truly wonderful person. Marco, we've been together from the first two. And I've said it before, but you were a lump. And I don't know, somewhere about the middle of the program here, this monster personality came out. I don't have any idea where it came from, but I like it. It's very entertaining. And you know, you're really a smart, insightful young man, and you have your whole life in front of you. Hope it goes well for you. The program itself. I'm not going to go through a whole list of everything I learned and what I saw in the program, or you all are either have gone through it, going through it, or will go through it. And I truly believe that what you put into the program is what you get out of it, and it's different for every person. So what I did is just took everything seriously, kind of discarded some or ignored some, and really embraced the ones that were meaningful for me. I do have to mention a few things about the program that I learned. The first one is mindfulness. I think I shared this a little bit this morning, but when I first got here and they said mindfulness, I thought it was a joke. Me? Meditate? Nah, no way. But as I gave it a try and worked with it, it did begin to make sense to me. First, just to calm myself and to relax. Later, I used it for just getting rid of all those voices that you're talking about running around in my head. They kind of can get overwhelming at times. And mindfulness really let me stay in the moment, put those aside, examine them one at a time where they were manageable. So I intend to keep on using that and practice it more and more and making it a part of my life. It's already helped me with my listening skills and my reading comprehension. Instead of getting distracted and trying to answer somebody's question before I ever hear the end of the question, or I read a passage in a book and I realize I didn't understand anything there because I hadn't been paying attention and I was distracted. It really has helped. And the other thing I've learned is about sharing. I hated doing that. It just wasn't something that I did. But I forced myself to participate and share in the classes, and for me, it really did help. It made me better understand my emotions and where they were coming from, and how to use them and to understand them. And the other thing that I really needed to do is I've learned how to ask for help. I always felt that I could do it myself, and I didn't need any help. Well, that wasn't true, and I asked for it, and I certainly got it here, and I intend on relying on my wife, my family, my friends, for help in the future. And that kind of brings it to the fourth phase, which a lot of you haven't reached yet, and it's a breath of fresh air. Finally, have learned about my addiction, the reasons for it, all the different things there, but finally something that's going to carry me through the rest of my life, a plan to stay sober. And that, again, the last thing I am exposed to is usually the most important, but I do think that that's extremely important for me to get back to my life. And with that, I have the most important thank you to make. My wife couldn't be here tonight. She can't drive. I can't drive. I don't know how that's going to work. But she's going to be here through the magic of electronics, and I just got a few things to say to her. Karen, we've been together for most of our lives, over 50 years since the first time that we went out together. And I love you. We have our separate lives, but mostly I don't feel it's you and me, it's us. You are half of me, and the better half. I am so sorry that I hurt and frightened you. You could have left or kicked me out the door, but you cared enough to help me instead. You found me this place and have been so supportive while I've been here, even when you're dealing with your own serious health problems at the same time. So thank you so much. I truly want to regain your trust. A young woman here, Sarah, you've met her, shared with the whole client group a story about her dad telling her that he always loved her, but now he liked her. I know you love me. I can't wait for you to be able to tell me you like me. So again, thanks to everybody here. This old dog is going to gather up his new tricks, and he's going home.
So as Dick shared, his wife Karen was unable to make it to graduation tonight, but she had a few words that she really wanted to share with you. I have these here for you, so I'm going to do my best to keep it together. She seems like she's very, very funny, so I will also try to get her time in there.
She is my favorite.
Yes. This is from Karen. It says, I'm so very grateful to all of you, clients and staff. When Dick woke up last September 12th and said to me, it's time, and stated that he was ready to enter a program, I pinched myself in disbelief. I had done the research months before and selected Elevate just in case. When I made the phone call, my first question to Kevin was, can we come like today? There was some quick packing with the fear that Dick might change his mind. He really wanted to do a 28-day program. I pretended to know that what I was talking about and said, no, most of the time those 28-day programs really don't work. Somehow I got away with that one. Probably because he wasn't wearing his hearing aids. Within a couple of hours, we were on our way. And we would have been early for our 3:30 appointment had we not gone the way of GPS. Over the mountain and on a one-lane, potholed mess of a road, which majorly contributed to Dick's unsettled stomach. This day will always remain in my memory. It is the day that began 100 days of really hard work and soul-searching and learning about so many things. You've always heard that you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but thank goodness you can. Well, maybe Kristen's prediction that Dick was going to try yoga never quite became a reality, but I'm amazed to learn that he really did enjoy going to the Buddhist temple. and that he knows so much more about mindfulness than I ever will. That he participated in anything that had to do with music, let alone the writing of a composition. Okay, maybe just a tambourine player on this one.
Not even that.
And that he actually created Native American crafts. Okay, so now, Dick, you're going to be able to sew those buttons on your sleeve, right? She's all over it, man. Oh, and as far as the RSs, if only I had been asked, I could have helped you think of quite a few more. In all seriousness, I believe you did. Even though you don't like change, look how much you've grown. I believe that because you did the work these last 100 days, you will continue to be open to new things and find that you have so much to offer and to experience in this life. We have a bright future ahead of us with new endeavors like a gym membership, volunteer opportunities, hiking all the hills in the East Bay and beyond, and a little bit of that deep cleaning. She's going to hold you accountable for that. This is so exciting. And to all of you, I appreciate the support you've given to this old guy with the hook. She says, how he finagled all those trips to the sauna on Saturdays is still a mystery. He has such good things to say about sharing this time with you. In fact, his positive outlook in general is something that has been missing for such a long time. I wish you all happiness and success as well. And to you, Dick, a huge thank you. You did it. I'm so amazingly proud of you.